do you mean you didn't endanger anybody? You were standing on your bike going 100 miles per hour.
Want more juicy content from our channel? Then all you have to do is hit that red subscribe button right now. Hey there guys, what's up and welcome back to our channel. One of the most intense parts about an action movie is the car chase. There's just nothing like the thrill of a high-speed pursuit, watching shiny cars weave in and out of traffic, narrowly avoiding some serious accidents. It's the most exciting thing on earth, except for when car chases happen in real life. Get ready to have your heart racing, and let's get on the craziest police chases that have been caught on camera. Number 6. Chasing a Mustang. Car chases are as much a part of LA culture as Hollywood is, but some guys combine these two things as nobody has before. Instead of putting a car chase into movies, these individuals put the movies into the car chase. These individuals stole a convertible Mustang, put the top down like any self-respecting Hollywood producer, and set off on a tour of LA's landmarks while showing off in the process. Can you think of anything more iconically Los Angeles than doing donuts in a stolen Mustang on Hollywood Boulevard? We certainly can't. These guys had a showman in them and wanted to let it out. Eventually, they just decided to stop. They took a moment, as all great performers do, and took selfies with the fans when they stopped. Their poses didn't make it seem like the incident was a crime. In fact, it seemed very much legal. They had a moment of celebration and then calmly handed themselves to the police. They surrendered without resistance and there were no injuries.
Pure showbiz. Even LA police say they've never seen anything like it.
Number 5. Stolen ambulance. On the list of greater crimes that the police had to take care of, this one is by far the weirdest. The police were called out to investigate a domestic disturbance, which is often quite run-of-the-mill usually, but this time for some strange reason, a guy dressed in nothing but his shorts decided to steal an ambulance. We'll probably never know why this person decided to do this, but he really seemed serious about it given the amount of vandalism he committed during his journey. This entire endeavor led to a chase in the streets of Philadelphia that lasted over an hour. Even the ambulance thief looked like he wanted to give up at one point when he pulled into a parking lot and opened the door, but he decided against it soon after and took off again. It looked like he was playing bumper cars with police cars. At one point, he was even found driving through streets with sparks around him because he had no tires left, but he still didn't want to stop. Finally, the police managed to physically drag him out and then onto the road. Number 4. Biker teases cops. There are two types of criminals. The ones who sneak around in the cover of darkness hoping to never be seen, and the brazen ones who are just out to taunt the police, even if they did nothing wrong. This one person was stopped for reckless driving, and you'll soon understand why. This is getting crazier. Just buckle yourself in. This person sped away from the cops, reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour, and instead of lowering it, he decided to kick it up a notch. He started doing stunts on his bike, for example, standing on the seat while all of it was moving. Cops would have probably loved it if he had fallen off, but he didn't. He continued to make a couple of rude gestures at them and kept going. Of course, it triggered the cops and they were eager to catch him. Eventually, he pulled into a gas station and surrendered to the police, who charged him with driving on the wrong side of the road. Seems like there's no law that can convict someone for doing stunts on a public road, and he was just relaxed at the entire situation. He was calm when he gave the interview and just talked about his family.
What do you mean you didn't endanger anybody? You were standing on your bike going 100 miles per hour.
Number 3. A chain trace. If we've learned anything from the longboard, it's that you should definitely only choose escape methods that are actually faster than running. That should be obvious, but apparently not for some people. This car thief had a slightly better idea for a great escape. After his dangerous attempt to dodge the police in a high-speed chase through the streets of Charlotte, North Carolina, and narrowly missing several other cars, he was brought to a sudden stop when a train crossed his path, and instead of panicking, he saw an opportunity. After all, the very thing that had gotten in his way was just another form of high-speed transportation. So instead of sitting idly in his stolen car and waiting for the police to catch him, he got out and jumped onto the train instead. And much to our surprise, it actually worked. He did escape the police, but not for long. They did catch up with him eventually, but it was a good idea to get on the train regardless. The police certainly had a difficult time tackling this individual.
And tonight, investigators here told us they do have 2 suspects in custody. They have not released their names.
Number 2, fleeing on a skateboard. People have gone to great lengths to invent ingenious ways to escape the police. Some of the ingenious ways you're going to see now was given by a guy who was racing his car through the entire city. This individual had the craziest idea to escape the police when his stolen car ran into a dead end. It was certainly a daring high-speed car chase, so he must have something amazing up his sleeve. But surprisingly for everyone, it was a longboard, and once he started riding it, we got to know how he didn't even know how to do it. The funniest part was, he knew he was terrible at it, so he rode the skateboard for a while and then got back on his feet and ran into some oncoming traffic because it was way faster than the alternative he chose previously.
It was just instinct, just to, block the guy off.
Number 1, motorhome chase. When you think of police chases, your mind must automatically divert to stolen sports cars. They're fast and can be easily maneuvered, but for some reason, one woman opted to steal a motorhome instead. She probably wanted a home on the go. You don't often think or even see RVs in a car chase because it totally makes sense. The vehicle is big and cannot be driven like a bullet around the town to escape the police. But this woman dared to do it and soon realized she was wrong when she tried to take a sharp turn and ran into a tree instead, almost pulling off one side of the truck as a result. At that point, one would surely give up and understand it wasn't worth stealing anymore. But not too much to our surprise, she didn't and kept going. She was obviously not in her right mind. No sane person would steal an RV or even take the dog on this adventure. Yes, you heard it right. The woman had also the dog accompany her on this endeavor. However, the dog soon jumped out and landed on the road. Anyone would want to escape such a situation, even if it is a dog. She even hit 7 civilian cars along the way, but luckily, nobody had any life-threatening injuries. There still hasn't been a word to explain why she decided to embark on such a journey, but at least now we know the lucky number of crashes to stop the driver of a stolen RV to be 7. This was a dangerous and nail-biting episode to come across. Even we could feel the adrenaline rushing down our body the entire time this was happening.
Really wide, and the dog is scared. Oh no! Goodness gracious.
It takes all kinds of people to escape the police in the most bizarre and confusing manner possible. Give us your thoughts about these bizarre police chases in the comments down below, while also hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel for more awesome content like this in the future. Until next time, guys, take care and goodbye.